After making several honey jar dippers, I changed my build process that cut my time in half. I start by cutting blanks that are 1 by 3.5 by 3.5 inches. These are African walnut. I then mark diagonal lines from corner to corner to find the center. I make a divot that will aid in attaching the blank to my circle cutting jig to cut them into perfect circles. I showed how I made this jig in a previous video. By cutting the blank into a circle to begin with, saves me from having to round it off and cutting a tenon to remount it in the chuck. I use 2 different chucks, one to mount the blank on the outside to dig out the interior, and another one set up to mount on the inside of the blank to shape the outside. This will make more sense as I go. I got ahead of myself, prematurely marking the cut for the lid, so I have to smooth off the surface and remark the outline of the lid. I use the parting tool to begin digging out the center, staying inside the mark, cutting to a depth to fit the lid. I have to be careful to not cut the opening too wide that the lid fits loosely. I check my progress with the lid and begin sneaking up on the channel until I get the proper fit for the lid to slip in. I make a cut just big enough for the flange of the lid to countersink it. I then use the round carbide cutter to round over the edges and corners. I sand the inside, starting with 150 grit, 180 grit, and 220 grit sandpaper. I then add butcher block finishing oil. Before turning it around and mounting it in the other chuck, I use the parting tool to cut away the exposed section of the outside, marking the thickness of the lid wall. I round over the edge and then sand and finish the progress so far. Here I change over to the other chuck to shape the outside of the lid. At this point I have to be careful not to tighten it too much, as the lid wall is easy to crack. Here I begin shaping the outside and bringing the sides down to get the walls to an acceptable thickness. I then attach the ring into the lid with a little hot glue. Next, I remove the chuck and add the spur drive to form the dipper. I make it from a blank that is 1 by 1 by 7 inches. I use the smaller spindle gouge to form the head of the dipper. I then use the parting tool to cut the grooves for pulling out the honey for dispensation. Going back to the spindle gouge, I continue to shape the shaft of the dipper. I take it a little at a time to try to keep from breaking it before I get all the way across it. I measure it when I get close to the length I'm shooting for. The overall length should be 4.5 inches, but I take it up to 5 to give me plenty to work with. Here I begin checking the thickness. The thickness isn't as important as keeping it consistent across the shaft. I usually cut it ranging from 1/4 to 5/16 inch. I then sand it smooth, starting at 150 grit up to 220. It is now time to part it to remove the ends. I take it to the bandsaw to finish parting it and cut it to length. Then I chuck it to the drill to sand the end. I use the drill bit case to choose the best fit for the bit I need to drill the lid for the dipper. I mount the bit and adjust it so that it won't drill all the way through the top of the lid. I use a drop of CA to glue the dipper to the lid. I dip the end of the dipper in mineral oil and rub it in to finish it. And that completes another honey jar dipper with the new process, cutting my time in half. If you like this video, please hit the like, subscribe, and give me your thoughts in the comment. Thanks for watching, and may the Lord fill your day with blessings.